Story time, it's story time with Harry. I have picked today a story from the Cree people, who are a tribe of Native Americans living in North America. So that's United States of America and Canada. And this story I've picked today because I think it's a really important story for what's happening in the world right now. And might give some insights into what we can do in order to help each other and the world in this tricky time right now. So, long ago, there was a family. And this family, there was the father, who was a hunter, there was the mother, and there was a little girl. And one day, during a very cold, bitter winter, the little girl got sick. And I don't just mean she had a little cough and a little cold, I mean she got really sick. She started getting chills, she got a fever, she was hot and then she was cold, she was sweating profusely and then she was dry as a bone. She was up all night and asleep all day, and when she was up she'd scream terrible screams, and when she was asleep she'd dream terrible dreams. And the people in the village and the family tried to do everything they possibly could to make this little girl feel better. Nothing seemed to work. So then the mother decided to send for Old Duck Egg. Now, Old Duck Egg was the village healer, and as the name might suggest, she was very old. And I mean old. Old like the seas, old like the sands, old like the trees. I'm not sure why she was called Duck Egg, but I imagine a very small, quite round lady full of deliciousness. And she came to the little girl and she started doing her duck egg magic. She laid her hands on her, felt her little chest, felt how hollow it was, how empty it felt. She looked into the little girl's eyes. She took a sniff of her. And then finally she put her ear right against the girl's body. And she listened for a long time. And when she'd finished listening, she sat up and she turned to the parents of the girl and said, "Out there in the snow and the ice, there is a fox. And I can hear this fox in the little girl's heartbeat. And this fox is out, struggling, trying to pound its way through the ice, through the snow. And it's getting weaker and weaker. And the little girl is feeling this fox's weakness. And the fox is feeling this little girl's weakness. The fox is trying to get back to the little girl. But it has such a long, difficult journey ahead of it. It might not make it. The father said, "I'm a hunter. I'm used to tracking. Why don't I go out and try and find the fox?" Duckegg said, "That's an excellent idea." So off the hunter set, picked up all of his hunting equipment, leaving his spears and his guns at home, because he knew that the aim was not this time to kill, but to cure. So he goes out into the bitterly cold winter wind. And as he's walking, crunch, crunch, crunch through the snow, his hunter eyes and his hunter ears and his hunter nose begin to pick up the trail of a fox. He follows little foxy footprints all the way through the snow. Meanwhile, back in the village, Duck Egg is listening closely to the girl. "Ah, the hunter is close to the fox. I can hear his feet crunching along the snow." But the hunter kept on moving. He knew he was close to the fox. He couldn't yet see the fox. The sky was beginning to bruise and night was beginning to fall. He could see the sun setting and the moon starting to rise. So he decided the best thing to do would be to lay down and to light himself a small fire. So he got his wood, starts lighting a fire. Fox pokes her nose out, sees the fire, slowly makes its way over to the hunter. Hunter sees the fox, Fox lies down next to the hunter, quiet and still, just out of the hunter's reach. The hunter sits with the fox for a long time, and the fox sits with the hunter. Meanwhile, back in the village, Duck Egg still has her ear pressed to the little girl's chest. The fox has found the hunter. The hunter has found the fox. The fox is warming itself, and the hunter is helping the fox to be warmed. The little girl will catch a fever this evening. She will get very, very hot, but that's okay, because she will feel much better in the morning. And sure enough, as the fox and the hunter slept next to that fire, the little girl's temperature rose and rose and rose, and little beads of sweat came down from her forehead. Now, the next morning, Hunter sees Fox as he wakes up, much closer than the fox was before they fell asleep. Hunter gently lays a hand on the fox, tries to shake him awake. Fox won't wake, so the hunter picks up the little fox, holds the fox very close to him in an embrace, and starts walking back towards the village with the fox held close to his breast. When he returns to the village, Duck Egg says, "Come in, come in, come in, quick! Lay the fox down next to the girl." Fox is laid down next to the girl. "Now give the fox something to eat." And all of the villagers pool their resources together, and they find nuts and berries and scraps of meat and other things that foxes like to eat. And they all bring it into the fox. And Fox, gingerly and gently, starts nibbling a little piece of chicken. And after the fox has eaten all he can, he lies down next to the girl again and goes to sleep. And so too does the girl go into a sleep. You know, one of those deep sleeps, really truly deep sleeps, where the entire world seems to stop for the time that you're asleep. And then when you wake up, it's kind of like being born again. It takes such a long time to open your eyes, but when you do, you feel so good, like brand new. And that's just what happened to the little girl and the fox. They both slowly opened their eyes together that morning. And the fox and the little girl looked up to see Duck Egg, the mother, the father, and indeed the whole village around them, smiling down at them, wishing them well. The fox immediately leaps up, licks the little girl's face, and scampers out of the tent where they're sleeping. And the girl, she sits up, stretches, and feels much better. And then Duck Egg asks the little girl, the father, the mother, and the whole village a question. And I'm going to ask you this question too. Was it the little girl that made the fox feel better? Or was it the fox that made the little girl feel better? Have a think about that. Maybe you could talk about it with whoever you've got around you in your house right now. And think about it. Was it the fox that made the girl better? Was it the girl that made the fox better? Or was it something else? Have a think, and I'll see you really soon. Bye, everyone.